Etiquette, all these boring rules. Well, the strange thing is, you actually do it every single day. For example, if you're driving your car, in certain parts of the world, you will be driving on the left, in other parts you will be driving on the right. Driving on the right side of the street means that you are respecting the other people in the other cars. So actually, that is etiquette. Etiquette is mostly historical. For example, do you know where white gloves come from? They come actually from the French court. The King of France, he gave actually elaborate parties and he didn't have enough staff to wait on the people he invited. So what he did was, he took people from the land and he put them at the table to serve. Now their hands obviously were very dirty from the hard work, so he put on white gloves. And that's how it happens. As with a lot of things in etiquette, these rules from the court, from the royals, drip down to the people. For example, if you're wearing a waistcoat, that means that the bottom button should be left open. Now that is due to the King of England. He was quite a big person, if you know what I mean, and he couldn't actually close that last button. So everybody thought that it was an etiquette rule. They actually thought it was cool. So everybody did the same. And to this very day, when you are wearing a waistcoat, you should actually open that button at the bottom. Wedding rings are another historical fact. So why do you wear your wedding ring on your left hand or on your ring finger? Because the Romans actually thought that that finger was in connection through the main artery to the heart. Actually, they were right. So that is also why any form of name tag will be worn on the left. So another historical reason, and that is very easy to remember. So never wear your name tags on the right. Have a look at this. When we are in a bar, do we actually do this? Do we say cheers and put the glasses together? Is that correct or is it not correct? Well, in these 21st century days, it's not correct. Because again, it's historical. In the old days, they didn't have glass. They actually had metal cups. The thing is, you cannot see through a metal cup. So you could not see the liquid which was in the cup. And the thing was, everybody was aware that anyone could poison you. So they actually hit them together so that the fluids would go from one cup into the other and make sure that nobody was poisoned. Now, of course, that has changed, but doing this means that you are not really trusting the other person. Again, a historical fact. Etiquette is also cultural. First of all, it's flexible, but also cultural. It can change from country to country. Let's say you go to the supermarket and you put all your groceries on the cash register. Yes, you know, the moving thing. Actually, when you put it on, most people will take this and put it at the end of their groceries so that the next person can put their groceries and make a distinction for the cashier. In most cases, people will actually turn their backs to the person behind them. Now, I have always learned that's not polite. That's what my grandmother said. The thing is, it's not actually being impolite, but it could be wherever you live in the world, it's not in your culture. In more than one country in Europe, that's what we do. In other parts of the world, people are very open and like to talk to anyone, even if they don't know them. Have you ever been to an Italian restaurant where they have these small tables? You come in and you ask the waiter, do you have a table for two? And what you see is they have actually put together two small tables, one next to the other. At one of those tables, there's already a couple starting to eat. You come in and you see that and you think, oh my God, if I sit next to them, I will have to talk to them. So the genius waiter will actually pull away those tables about 5 inches. And then you feel more comfortable. The thing is, it's only 5 inches. You can still talk to those people. It's not how you feel it. And again, that is cultural. In many countries, people will just talk to each other, whoever it is. Again, in other parts of the world, people will be more shy. What we see, for example, is that there are restaurant concepts where they have one big table, forcing people to talk to one another. Now, that is not only etiquette being cultural, but it is also building self-confidence. What is actually the difference between etiquette and protocol? Now, in this training, we will not be talking about protocol. Etiquette, first of all, is flexible. You do it whenever you want to do it. It's not really an obligation. Protocol is something else. Protocol will always be related to ceremonies or events. Now, let me give you an example. When you go to court and the judge comes in, you would stand up. That is what we call protocol. When you go to the theater and the king, for example, walks in, you would stand up. That is protocol. Now, there is a great video about President Obama in Buckingham Palace with the English Queen. Now, he is about to propose a toast and he does just that. Now, when he raises his glass, he says that the toast is to the Queen. And then you hear the music playing. Now, what he should have done was actually wait until the music was over and then continue and propose a toast to the Queen. Because you can see him turning to the Queen and she actually refuses him. Now, that was a bit embarrassing. Well, the problem was that President Obama was not really well informed by the people who were up to speed on protocol. So as you can see, protocol is actually much more fixed and is always, as I said, related to ceremonies and events.